Do you feel like people? No.
Hold on, I just went live.
Yeah,
Let me kick you back for a second. What's going on, Gray Pill Podcast? Here he is. You already know, if you saw the thumbnail and description above and below and all things circular, you know what the conversation is going to be about. So no accountability right here. No Mr. Accountability, where the wealthy gets what they want. All right, so go ahead, back this out. Welcome, my man, Primal from Primal Studies. What's going on, Primal?
Not too much, my man. How are you tonight?
Doing good, doing good. I saw this last night, so I'm going to add some context for other people because we had a gentleman's bet like a couple of days ago. I didn't really expect this news to transpire so quickly.
I thought I had the sweet spot, man. I thought I had the good range, and I felt good about that. I was like, nah, it's not going to be too long, but it's going to take long enough. Man, it didn't even take 5 days, 6 days.
Hey, that's what happens, man, when you got that bread and butter. But let me this is a live discussion, so I want to get this out the way first because everybody know on the Great Pill Podcast, and just a little bit of petty, just a little bit of petty. So you can see the screen real good.
Oh, we've got receipts. Where's the hashtag receipts? Receipts. Show me the receipts.
All right, so this is a couple of days ago. So we had a little gentleman's bet, or the situation that we was actually discussing about the Jussie Smollett sentencing, and everybody had their own pick of the litter of it, and it turned to a little conversation. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick. What you doing on nobody else's channel? But thank you, because I swear to God, you look like you itchy to say something else.
I know. I want to.
And demonetized. Yeah.
Like look,
okay, you said Primal say 1 or 2 months. So
of time in. Yeah.
I'm with Prime. I'm saying a month. I'm gonna give it a month.
I say
month or less.
Y'all crazy. They're gonna give him their whole right, fam. Their whole.
All right, how much you? Hey, because like I said, me and Deuce, shout out to Deuce. If anybody check out our earlier content, our live streams, we had like pretty much a bet between me and Deuce with Minka and Deuce with Poppy about $5. So what you want to do this one? Another $5 on it?
I'll put 5 on it because how often do people with money serve all their time?
Everybody check on it. I go $5. Yeah.
$5. All right. I got him for 1 to 2 months. I got 1 month. He's Angeles. So let's do it like an over under. It's like an over under. So if he gets out in 0 to 30 days, Angeles wins. If he gets out in 60 to or 40 or 30 to 60 days, I win. And if he does more than 60 days, Poppy wins.
Okay, right. And it's March. What was that? We on March? March.
Call it. Let's call it the 15th. So let's call it make it easy. We'll call it if he's out by April 15th, Angeles wins.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. I'm glad I laid that out so clearly. Right?
Hey, shout out to me because first of all, let me put my face in this.
How many? What was it? What was the grand total? 5 days? 6 days?
Yeah, the grand total is like 7 days. It's 7 days in the marker since he's been out because it was 2 days after the fact. We did the live 2 days after. He was technically 5 days into that moment when it got announced for sentencing, and then here he is like the 8th or 9th day now.
And did he even go to the clink? Didn't he spend some of that time in the mental health ward?
Yeah.
Yep, so did he even really go to?
Bro, he was in protection and protection custody the whole time. He went to the mental health ward. They were talking about like he getting served ice. Like we're gonna show a little bit clip. I didn't say the other guy. I might just go ahead and look him up real quick. I don't know, but it's one guy. I forgot all about him because he covers all these news articles about stuff like that. He even covered I'm calling him Captain Jack Sparrow.
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, thank you. He covered Johnny Depp and that whole case. I mean, you love him verbatim. He was like a 2.0 version of you. And he covered this when he talked about it. You know, he was like, I know they're saying it. I know the camera's out there, but you know, I'm still gonna do like an update on the further moment in the morning, which is today. And I didn't really check on it, but when I saw this plus a news article that I sent you, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. But yeah, let me share this this news real quick just to let the fans know what's really going on. All right, so you can see that one, correct? All right.
Jussie.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you're the juice, you get loose. That's how it works, man.
Pretty much. Hey, shout out to you, Poppy. I just want to go ahead and tell you this, man.
I'm rich, bitch.
Poppy!
I'm rich, bitch.
Low key petty. Low key petty. Does Poppy even have Cash App? Is he going to be able to pay you, or is he going to have to mail you a check? Does Poppy even have Poppy? I got to ask, low key petty. Do you have a checkbook? Because if you don't, you better get one.
Hey, he can go to Western Union as far as I care. I don't care.
Man, he'll pay more on the transfer than he will on the check. Yeah.
Hey, you might as well double it up then. Go ahead and give him 10 just because.
For your next one, he'll just be like, I'm good for 2 bets that I lose.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Art, man? We're covering the whole situation with the Jussie Smollett situation where he just got released like in 7 days, and we're discussing that now. But we're pretty much just giving a little some context of the matter, and plus me, Poppy, and Primal had like a little gentleman's bet a couple of days ago. We're discussing the last current event of the sentencing, and here it is: 7 days, 8 days, 9 days later, and now he's been released, but technically still on parole. So we're coming this to a close and all that good stuff. So yeah. All right, here you go. Yeah, Jussie. Let me read what you just said, bro. Damn, Jussie out already. I remember the bet. Yeah. And Poppy gonna have to go ahead and just give me that.
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I got my 5 on
it. Yo, that's what happens, man. When the young don't listen to the experience. They don't want to listen no more. Got to tell them.
I thought at least he'd be close, man. I thought the appeals would take a little bit longer.
That's why I asked, because I'm like, yo, appeals, like it takes like what? Like I thought
several business days, right, to submit it, and then the judge gets to review it. And I would have thought the appeal process would have taken 2 weeks at least. 2 weeks at least.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I was thinking like old school, like the judge might BS it around because just the fact that it's that situation and drag it out like months. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason I was like, let me think. But I saw him when he was up and doing his little prayers, and the judge like, so you just have to make an appeal. And the dude right there at the computer at the end, the lawyer was like, yeah, he's doing it right now, Your Honor. My man was already on the appeal online on the computer.
It was submitted before he even quitted. Yeah.
Bro, they had everything already prepped. Everything. They had every situation that was brought up. It was like, yo, if this happens, this what we're gonna do. If that happens, it's crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's what kind of lawyers I want in my pocket.
It was that Johnny Cochran action right there. Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, let's play this real quick.
Jussie, anything you want to say for yourself? Tonight, flanked by security, Jussie Smollett didn't say a word and walked away from the Cook County jail into a waiting SUV.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what Jussie was saying. That's what Jussie was saying.
Hey, yeah, why is the one guy in the front got a mask and nobody else does, or all the other people? Why is one guy got a mask and the rest all masked up? I don't understand.
They don't care, bro. It's like, I mean, it's either, I don't know. That just didn't make no sense to me neither. But I'm glad you caught that. I didn't,
outside, dude.
It comes less than a week after Cook County Judge James Lynn sentenced him to 150 days in jail. Tonight, Smollett posted a $150,000 I bond. A Court of Appeals judge agreed with Smollett's attorneys that the actor.
I just want to point that out too. The 150K, I mean, that was already known, but the fact that he said a appeal judge had appointed, because I made that distinction. I said, once this judge be done with the whole situation, he's out of it, and the buck gonna get passed on to another judge.
Yep. So he sentenced him, and he got his points, and now somebody else is getting their points, right? And
correct. And that's it.
And they had to go to appeal board. It's two out of three had to say you're good, right? It wasn't just one. Like 2 out of the 3 had to say.
I didn't know anything about that.
That's my understanding of the process. Is it goes to an appeal board of 3 judges or whomever, three people in power, and 2 out of the 3 got to say no, you're good to go. That's
okay.
my understanding.
See, that makes sense too, because the one that played as his mother on Empire, she actually was trying to pull some strings too. Like they had her up on Twitter and some other online articles talking about how she was making protests and personal phone calls and this and that such. So makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to fact check me on that, but I'm pretty, not that I've had to appeal a lot of my sentences here, but the appeal board, I believe they have, it's like you got to get 2 out of 3 to say you're good.
Okay. I mean, anybody in the comment section, confirm it. If not, then I'll hit it up later and then make a comment below.
Couldn't wait his appeal behind bars. Attorney Nenye Uche described the moment he told the actor that he'd be released.
He pushed his hands on the glass and his eyes got teary. And I've never seen that because he's been very strong in there.
He's very strong for allegedly 7 days.
It makes me think like Andy Dufresne just crawling through the mud and
for
7 days.
I can't, man. And technically, what?
And he was in the ward. He was in the mental health ward for part of that time, right? So
yeah, but if let's say the normal process is supposed to be, okay, you're going straight to the to whatever cell they got you at. You may stay there a day, you may stay there a few hours, then you get processed. Then once you get processed, you've been a little bullpen, whatever. Because again, everybody got to
get your spot. Yeah,
everybody got to get the health thing going on. You're sitting there for a day, then you're in the cell, but you're with your buddy bunker, but you got the quarantine there for like a certain another day or two, and then after that you get your actual bunkie. But technically, he's not gonna get his bunkie. He's by himself. So yeah.
They might as well just go ahead and make a prison for rich people and a prison for everybody else. They might as well just do that. Yeah.
You know what? That's true. I thought they did. I mean, that's just me imagining it. When I grew up and I saw these little crazy movies with these the federal cases and people doing these billion-dollar frauds and these high gangster stuff, I actually thought they had like a prison for these million dollar people. I really thought they did. I don't know. Let's see what the lawyer got to say.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And he said, I nearly lost hope in our constitutional system. And he did say that. And
I lost hope too, sir.
I don't lost hope now. Like,
yo, I'm sorry. It's like every time he opened his mouth, every time I'm hearing something, it's just like I'm shaking my head. Like, this is crazy.
So let me get this straight. You falsified, information to a court system, and you thought you were just going to go home. Like, I'm confused.
I'm really confused. Like, I don't know. I'm so lost with the whole, and you know what? And it's sad too, because we already knew the system was broken and corrupt, and the cog it is what it is. But this is just more self-evident And the people don't understand, because I read in the comments. I'm gonna read most of the comments when we're done with this. But I was reading some of the comments, and one of the comments in the section was one guy said, "Oh yeah, black privilege, da da da." No, sir. This was clearly exactly money privilege. Everybody know about the privileges. You got your pretty privilege, you got your financial privilege, you got your fame privilege. This was clearly exactly. You got your white privilege. This is clearly financial privilege at its best, 100%. What you got to say, lawyer?
And that was his reaction. He was shocked. I think he had nearly given up.
What?
I can't speak for him. You would have to ask him that question. But just looking at him, a human to another human, put in a cage for a class 4 felony. Shame.
Uche also criticized the special.
Put in a cage for a class 4 felony. Shame.
Uche also
for a class 4 felony.
He said felony, right?
Put in a cage. That question, but just
yeah, it's a low class 4 felony, which is supposed to be up to a year to 4 months, and then the probation plus the fines.
Because I could understand his outrage if it was he was put in a cage for a misdemeanor, because there's kind of tiers. Like I'm no criminal mastermind, but there's tiers, right? There's misdemeanors and then there's felonies, right?
You could still do time for a misdemeanor. It depends, but you could still do time for a misdemeanor. Depends on what the judge say. And I've seen most people not a year, but kind of up to it, 8 months, 7 months, and that's a misdemeanor too. But anything somebody can correct me, but last time I checked, anything like up to a year.
All you heathens in the chat, you let us know. You let us know, because we're obviously up on our misdemeanors and felonies. But like real talk, like when I think felony, I think you're doing time, right? Isn't that is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, I would agree. Oh my God.
Because isn't that why they call them a felon? You're a felon. You were in jail.
I'm gonna go ahead and go and as far as say that he might have this restricting from his record, but I really don't think it doesn't matter, because you're rich.
It's
Your
not
family's
like
well
he's going to apply for a job at Subway and they're gonna be like, "Yo, man, you can't eat fresh here."
I got to do your background check after this application. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just looking at him, a human to another human, put in a cage for a class 4 felony. Shame.
Uche also criticized the special prosecutor's decision to charge Smollett again after the initial charges were dropped by Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox, and Smollett paid a fine.
Is it right for a person to be punished twice?
What?
You know? And I'm gonna say it. Is he getting all this attention because he accused 2 white men?
During his 6 days in jail, Smollett's team says he didn't eat.
He's been drinking ice cold water. Ice water. That's been his food and liquid.
That's his damn choice.
I mean, we all make choices, right? You're on a hunger strike. I think there was a song about a hunger strike one back in the day. I mean, they provide food. You eat or you don't. That's up to you, bro. Gandhi out there didn't eat for days, right? What else is come on, man.
That's his choice. Come on.
What do they say? 3 hots in a cot, something like that. Come on. Yeah.
You good. You got cable and everything.
Test is this? What's the
Charlie? If you were in jail for something you didn't do, would you eat or would you be? I don't know.
But he
the special prosecutor
do it, as proven by the court system and multiple other sources, to my knowledge.
I'm so confused right now. It's crazy. It is. I think this. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I think this world is getting topsy turvy, wonderlandish more and more. It's bugged out.
It doesn't matter if you got enough money or you're part of the right group or the right system. Then, as long as you don't get caught with the smoking GUN in your hand, you can probably do just about anything you want.
Pretty much. I don't know who they had to call, what they had to say, what monkey's paw they had to kick. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. But yeah. I thought it was, like I said, I'm not going to beat this dead horse, but I appreciate you coming on, and because I know we started this conversation and had this conversation before with the sentencing, and everybody had this perspective on it. Definitely would have loved for Poppy to be on, but I'll definitely see his face Saturday. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you gotta get us your CashNat name or whatever, because I make good on my bets, so I'll give my 5. I'll give my 5.
I'll see you Saturday, Poppy. See you Saturday. Try to tell him, man. When the wealthies do their thing, man, it's like it is what it is. I'll see. Yeah, all right, it is crazy, man. Everybody got their bust their butts. It's like, to me, it's like 3 types of people, and I'm one of them. You could chalk me up however you want. I don't care. You have the wealthy, and you have the sinners to the point where they're like super blessed. Like, you can have a person do the most craziest things. And I have a relative years ago that did all types of crimes. Somebody actually came out and tried to end his life, and he actually got shot up a couple times, and he lived. And you expect this individual would see angels, see Jesus coming, but unfortunately he did not. What he do? He go back and do the same idiotic thing all over again, and it's crazy. But I answer this real quick. We pretty much had a
little pool.
Yeah, we had a little gentleman's bet a couple of days ago. We did a discussion about the Jussie Smollett sentencing, and I mean, if you want, I'll go ahead and play it again, man. It's not no big deal. I'll go ahead and play the bet again.
It's your own footage. It's your own footage, man. You can't even get struck down. They can't take you down for that. Hey, did you ever get to the bottom of what was going on the other day?
Yeah, it was Jubilee.
Oh, Jubilee! They were getting you.
It was
Man,
Jubilee.
you made it. You big time.
Yo, and they wanted me to I went ahead and disputed it too, because they wanted me to do the whole duration, and I said, ain't no way.
Wait, the whole duration? They wanted you to take down the whole duration?
Anything after the intro, they wanted me to take out the whole thing.
Yeah, but wasn't yours transformational? Like, how was that copyright? Isn't that?
It could have been. Well, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, because I wasn't let it play for a minute.
Commentary on it.
Yeah, it was making commentary on it. It didn't play for a minute. It was pretty much just to the point of the question. Stop, let the conversation go, and then Poppy intervened. Shout out to Poppy. Poppy's like, hey, just go ahead and just do it every 20-25 seconds just to stop it and critique and go from there. I said, okay, cool. I did that. Poppy's like, again, on the back, this is all on the back end. Poppy gave me some suggestions. He was like, hey, just go ahead and speed it up. Okay.
Because he knows all about stealing clips from other people.
Yo. So it came from the back end there. I said, okay, cool. I'll try that too. And I'm telling you, when I say push it, we just kept pushing it until after like an hour. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead. I'm just going to skim it to the back end, go to the end of it. And it was like literally at the middle of what the girl was saying, or get to a point of a question. And after that, it still timed us out, suspended us. And it came back again. And I was like, bump it. We just keep continuing and just get our final thoughts and just wrap it up. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, it was definitely Jubilee. Yeah, but on that note, Poppy. See you Saturday.
Bring that money truck. Bring that money truck.
Yeah, man. Final thoughts, Prime, on the whole situation.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it didn't take a little bit longer, right? Because I know stuff's jacked up. I know stuff's corrupt, but I thought the process would take at least a little bit longer than what it did. That's why I said 30, 60 days. I thought at least they would have to pretend. I thought they would have to pretend a little bit. They didn't.
Just play it off. Just play it off. Like, yeah, you know what?
They were just
matter
like,
of fact, I would even gave him I would have gave them the benefit of the doubt. And like, if they just snuck him out the back door, been in a penthouse somewhere and lied, and then when they came some whole conspiracy theory 5 months later, I would have gave you that benefit of doubt. But God damn you, Jussie.
I mean, they might as well have just not even sentenced him.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody out there at least had the idea or thought, minus Poppy, that he wasn't gonna do his time.
Yeah. No. Ain't no way, bro. Like, his whole family, I ain't gonna say, and I don't want to say it in a negative way, but his family has a lot of good ties. The whole family coming up, and it's not a negative way of saying that. It's a very positive way, but they they're sticking by their family, and that's very commendable.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. It's like, hey, if you let's say you got an idiot nephew or idiot kid or whatever,
that's them,
and they go to jail. Are you going to let them sit there? If it wasn't, I mean, if you ended somebody, then that's one thing. But if you did something that's like, yeah, this was dumb, but you didn't like end somebody or do something that's going to it causes a little bit of grief for people, but nobody really, I don't feel like anybody really, really got hurt. Like there's the concept of, okay, well, resources were spent and, somebody could have got delayed treatment or care or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm going to speculate that nobody got really, really hurt out of this. Yeah. So it's like, isn't that the type of thing where you get your idiot nephew or idiot whatever, and you kind of like, hey, let's get you out of there. And then when you get home, you slap them upside the head once.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I would do. I'd be like, look, I'm not going to leave you sitting in jail. You're my kid. You're my nephew. You're whatever.
But now let me clap back a little bit on that too, because, and like I said, I'm fair with that. That's that mindset of like how it used to be back in the day. But at the same time, you got people that said, hey, I got taxpayer dollars into this. I served my country doing this. I'm a public servant. A lot of people talking about nonprofit organizations. So when you have those people, they're screaming, like, this is not fair. Plus, hey, just the fact of regular lives. I got pulled over. A cop didn't let me go. I could tell you a story back in the day when I had a vehicle. I purchased a vehicle, which is like I said, we can talk about how stupid or whatever, but my thought process was, hey, I bought a vehicle. It didn't have the tags, didn't have the plates, didn't have nothing on it, but I'm just driving to get it down the road to put the vehicle there physically, 5-minute drive, and I get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? And the officer didn't give me no, hey, you get a pass.
No courtesy.
Yeah, no courtesy. And he got the whole explanation, backup and everything else just to confirm what I'm saying. He's like, nope, just no pass. So
do you think had it been like a Beamer or something though, he might have looked at it different and been like, yeah, no, you got money, you're probably all right. You know what I mean? Like I hate to say it like that, but like
I'm going to keep it weird with you. Probably my brother, but
you think it was a melanin issue?
Yeah. I was in
a melanin excess issue.
You know what? If it was like you threw the Beamer out, so if the Beamer, I like, nah, hell no. He just went ahead and gave me that one. Yeah. But it would have been no pass. But the vehicle I had was a 2001 Chevy Camaro T-top. The hard slamming doors, like with the little hubcap, the pan bucket hubcap. I had that. I was it was like long. I was like early 20s. And I was pumped up by this vehicle, and I saved up, and I got it. And that was like my fun car for the summer. And I got it. And I literally, when I got it, I pulled off. I pulled into the gas station. It looked like maybe a block over in the cut. The police station right there. So I'm just like pumping the gas. And then I saw him in the corner of my eye, so he just moved over, and he made a right turn. And I said, let me just hold on and wait for a minute. All right, he did that. And I said, okay, I'm going to go. Why this fool? I think he did it in the middle of traffic because there was no way out of nowhere. He just came right behind me, pulled me up, flashed the lights. And I was like, crap. I said, well, let me pull into the parking lot just in case. So it's a parking space. They can't tow the car. That's extra money. Had everything planned out, but nope. They the only way I got a pass was my mom, because she's an officer. Shout out to her. And she's a retired officer now. And they called her
in that area.
No, in another county. They called her because I was just like, I mentioned her name, just like, hey, this da. And because I knew the only person that actually, if it came down, I knew she would but it came and try to either straighten it out and defuse it, or just like, you know what, let me just get you so they won't just arrest you. They'll at least tow the car, just at least you get the ticket. And I mentioned my mom's name and what she do, and they gave her a call. They spoke to her. I gave her permission to look through the car and everything else. And one they brought. I think I stayed there for like maybe 30 minutes longer, and then the sergeant came. That's when everything kind of got more solidified, because the sergeant knew me because I kept bragging about the car, and that's the two add up between him, my mom, and I guess just my character. And after that, it's like, yo. And then what the cool thing was, this when I realized a cop can do whatever he want to do. He's like, hey, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but we're gonna go this way, and you go that way. And he just left it like that. And I was like, all right. He said, but yeah, by the way, your mom said she's going to kick your ass. I was like, go ahead, take me in, officer.
Option A? Can I do option A? Yeah.
But Art said the issue is that the fact that he refused to admit it, his lack of admission is the reason why he should have served. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, all right, you messed up, you lied, whatever, but then just come clean. Be like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like that's something that I feel like that's a thing that he could be like, yo, I'm sorry. I messed up. I'm sorry.
Laurie even said that too after the fact, like before this even came up. That's his main thing. He said if he would just like, he didn't have to actually say the actual admission of guilt, but if he just kind of like just showed remorse.
I'm sorry I wasted people's time. I'm sorry I stirred up grief. I'm sorry, you know what? I didn't think my actions through, whatever, like something like that.
Exactly. And I'm glad you just brought that up, Art, because I want to read most of the comments that was here. One says, anyone who justifies his actions has no credibility and deserves to be totally canceled. I agree. One says, having to share a cell with the attacker must have been terrifying.
I was going to say, he had to share the cell with his attacker for 7 days, right? Yeah.
Which is by himself. Another one said, I lost all faith in Chicago judicial system. Bro, I lost all the faith in every system. Unless you're rich. Then I got faith.
There's one protection. You got enough money. You got enough money.
Yep. Another one says, everybody he sees for the rest of his life will know what he did. That's the real justice.
Man, people got short memories. People got real short memories.
Like, yeah, look at OJ.
Wait. I don't even know if it's going to take 5 years. I bet in 5 years, nobody really remembers this.
No.
Unless you specifically bring it up and like you have to have a reason to.
I'll give you a perfect example. And I don't know if people remember him. I can't remember his name, but the Italian guy. He was the guy that cheated on his wife with a younger hot woman and kept planting bugs in her ear, and she came over to their house and shot the wife dead in the head with the gun, but she lived. I forgot the name, but that story hits me like I still remember that. And they did a whole little documentary story on it. And then the guy never did no jail time. The woman did because she committed the action. The wife forgave him, and now he was doing that celebrity match on that boxing match, and he was boxing China. I can't remember his name. Something Buttafuoco. Joy Buttafuoco.
Yes.
There
okay.
You go.
I know that name. Yeah.
Yeah. He was the guy that was cheating on his wife, and his mistress had shot his wife in the head so they can get together. That was actually planned and orchestrated, but the fact that his hands was clean, he didn't do no time.
Al Capone, baby. Al Capone.
And nobody to this day, unless you actually go looking for stuff like that, you're not going to really find it. It's like, it's done. And even still, he was
I just remember the name. I don't know why I remember the name, but I remember the name, right?
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
Buttafuoco.
Yeah. It's like 5 years, nobody's going to remember this. And he'll have another job in Hollywood doing his thing. And it's going to be like it never happened. Like that's my prediction. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what it is.
I agree. All right. Again,
good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. I appreciate you, sir. And again, for Poppy. I see everybody Saturday. Thank our guys for coming up, showing everything we've got going on. If you're new, I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button. If you already hit it and slap that bad boy, hit that bell notification to get reminders of every time we get new updates and uploads and all that good stuff. All right. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time, we'll be going live with very good training conversations and topics. Every Tuesday, just to confirm it, every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., it will be our second live showing. Anything in between is just a bonus for y'all guys, because I appreciate y'all, respect y'all. I see the views, I see everything else going on the back end. Definitely shout out to Primal Studies. You can check him out. I'm gonna go ahead and shout him out. He don't have to speak. That's my boy. Every Sunday, you can check him out between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Central Time. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can check him out. I'll be over there backing him up and supporting him. If it's not on screen on his platform, I definitely will be supporting him in the chat. So check him out too. So I appreciate you guys. And let me go ahead and get my mug in here. Bring Primal out. Get that closing thing going on, because this is Jussie Smollett's day. Okay, this is Jussie Smollett day. That's what happens when you become rich and famous and all that good stuff. So yeah. Go ahead, bring it home for us, Jesse.